Hello, this is the channel of John 15:13. Hello, this is John 15:13. And first of all, before I get into what I want to say, I want to do a couple shout outs. The first one is for Mark 16:16. He's a good man. I followed him since I had a gun channel prior to this channel here. And I got kind of spooked out when this re-election came up, and I decided to stop my channel from my gun channel and go to this channel called John 15:13. And I kind of followed his lead because he changed his first. He had another channel too, and this guy's got a multitude of different kind of videos. He does some good Bible verse videos. He does some good gun videos. He's a godly dude. I like the guy a lot. He's well worth watching. He has a lot of information on some of his channels or some of his videos, and a lot of human interest things and a lot of Bible verses. So he's a good Christian dude, man. And I think you ought to try to, if you go out, if you listen to this, you go ahead and subscribe to him. He's a good man. And then the next one is the Lighthouse lady. I subscribed to her when I had the gun channel too, and she's a good Christian woman too. And her and her husband, they do some gun videos, and she does a lot of human interest videos. And she got this camera a while back when I think when I had my first gun channel, and she did some very, very pretty videos, and very things like flowers and stuff, and her dogs, and she's just all around general good lady. And I think you subscribe to her too, because I said you won't regret it. She's a very fine person. Okay, now what I want to get to. Okay, my channel, John 15:13. I went into this before in my first video, but it says, "Greater love hath no man than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends." Jesus did that for us. He didn't get forced to die. He gave his life up for us. I mean, even when he was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, or he was saying, if this cup pass me. But, in other words, he's saying, God, or Father, I don't know if I can handle this, but nevertheless, your will be done. Even he had questions whether he could go through with this or not, because he knew what was going to happen. It's not like we don't really know what's going to happen in our future, but he actually knew what was going to happen to him. Can you imagine what the fear he had in him? But knowing he was the Son of God made it all better again. Made it better for him. But that still didn't make it easy to take the pain he took. I watched this thing on TV yesterday. It was a little short thing on Trinity Broadcasting Network, and it showed the crucifixion, a depiction of the crucifixion, and the thieves were on the cross next to him, and it was like, I couldn't believe it. It was like so in depth and so emotional. They showed the thief that Jesus said would see him in paradise. He would see him in paradise with him. That he was just, you could feel this guy, this thief on the cross, knowing that he was going to be in paradise with Jesus. And then they went and broke his legs, and you could hear it. You see, crucifixion, I'm telling you, man, crucifixion is a cruel way to die. You suffocate. Your arms are up in the air above your head, and your feet, you have to keep pushing yourself up with your feet, so you don't suffocate. That's how you actually die on the cross, unless they break your legs so you die quicker, but so you can't breathe. But basically, you move up and down to keep yourself breathing. That's how you die. It's a horrible way to die. We had a guy come to our church a long time ago and explain to us about the Shroud of Turin and all the things that pointed to a person being crucified, and the way it was when you're hung on the cross like that. Like I said, it'll cause you to suffocate. You can't breathe because your arm's above your head, and you have to keep pushing yourself up and down. And you figured, how could you do that? I mean, especially when you were nailed to the cross. The other guys were just like tied up there, but Jesus was nailed. They wanted to make sure, apparently the devil wanted to make sure he just didn't come down that cross. He thought he wasn't going to come down, but we all know that he was resurrected. Okay. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself, all these people that like Columbine and this theater massacre in Colorado and this school thing. I ever wondered if you would step up to the plate and say, no, you're not going to do this, okay? You're not going to do this. If someone would have had a gun, or someone would have had some kind of equalizer to stop these people from doing it, just like that girl that was murdered at Columbine. She did not deny God. She did not deny Jesus. They shot her in cold blood. And you know where she's at. She went to heaven. Makes me wonder if I have enough strength to be able to do that in my time, if it comes down to it. If we don't get raptured out of here, before the tribulation starts, before the great tribulation starts, because the devil, the Antichrist can't take over until us Christians are out of here. I can tell you right now. I don't really believe that we're going to be here when he takes over in the last 3.5 years. But there's going to be a possibility that we could be persecuted before then. I'm praying we aren't. I'm praying that God will bless us until we're out of here, until he comes and gets us and brings us home, until we rise in the rapture. And I'm just praying that, that if something happens, that it comes down to that I would have enough courage and enough love for my Jesus to say that, you know what, I'll take Jesus over you. Okay? I'll take Jesus. I'll take death if I have to. I really believe that I think I can do that. Because this world right now is kind of a sewer, and it's kind of, I mean, it's not bad, but you can tell every day it's getting worse and worse and worse, and, life is getting a little bit tough, and I'm to the point where I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. I really am. I don't want to die. I really don't want to die, but I want to be raptured out, and that's my desire in my heart, is to be raptured out. But I'm not gonna, and if I have a chance to fight it, I'm gonna fight it. But if it comes down to it, and I have to make a decision whether I'm going to die for Jesus or live for the devil, or die, or not or deny Jesus. I'm not going to deny Jesus. I'm going to claim him, and I'll die for the cause. I just want to let you know that. Greater love hath no man, no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. And that's what he did for us, and we owe him that much. This is John 15:13 saying thank you and thanks for listening. John 15:13 saying goodbye and God bless.